Hello everyone. I am Assistant Professor Jaswinder Kaur from Department of Computer Science, Trinity College, Jalandhar. Today I am going to discuss network security and cryptography. So before discussing what is network security, we need to know what is computer network. A computer network is just a group of computers and devices linked together in a way that allows them to communicate and share resources with each other. So, imagine a situation where a person in your office or homes needs to print something. So, it would not be feasible to buy a printer or everyone. Rather than using networking, printer can be shared by everyone. We can take another example. If your friend living in some other area of the world need a file, you would have a post that USB with the file to them, and they might have to wait weeks for it to arrive. But with a network, it is as simple as sending an email. So, what is network security? Every company or organization that handles a large amount of data, they need to transfer their information from one place to another. They always face the problem of cyber attacks, where unauthorized persons try to capture the information. To protect that information from attack, every organization or individual need to secure their network. So there are different tools and technologies and policies which are available to protect data from being hacked. So there are two types of attacks. One is passive attacks. Second one is active attacks. So what are passive attacks? Passive attacks are in the nature of eavesdropping or monitoring of transmission. The goal of the opponent is to obtain information that is being transmitted. There are two types of passive attack. One is release of message and the second one is traffic analysis. So what is release of message content? A telephone conversation or an email message and a transferred file may contain secure and confidential information. We would like to prevent the opponent from learning the contents of these transmissions. So if we talk about what is traffic analysis, suppose we had encryption protection in place. However, an opponent might still be able to observe the pattern of the message. Moving towards active attacks, there are four types of active attacks. So what is active attack? Active attacks are in which an attacker attempts to alter, destroy, or disrupt the normal operation of the system or network. Active attacks involve the attacker taking direct action against the target system or network. These are of following types: modification of message, denial of service, masquerade, and modification of the data. So what is masquerade? So masquerade is a type of cyber attack in which an attacker pretends to be someone else in order to gain the access of the system or data. The second type of modification of data. In this, some portion of the message is altered or that message is being delayed or recorded to produce an unauthorized effect. The third category is replay. What is the purpose of replay? The basic aim of the attacker is to save a copy of the data originally present on a particular network and later on use this data for personal use. Once the data is corrupted or leaked, it is insecure and unsafe for the users. The last is denial of service. So in service denial, it is disturbing an entire network either by disabling the network or overloading it with messages so as to degrade the performance. The basic aim is to degrade the performance. So next move on to cryptography. So if we want to know the cryptography, in simple words, it is a technique used to convert the text into a form which is not readable or understandable to unintended users. It is of three types. One is symmetric, second is asymmetric, and third one is hash function. So what happens in cryptography? As you can see in the diagram, the sender tries to send the plain text to the receiver. But if he'll send the plain text, anybody can access that plain text. So rather than sending the plain text, the text is converted into the ciphertext using an encryption algorithm on the sender side. However, on the receiver side, that ciphertext is once again converted into the plain text using the decryption algorithm. So as we already discussed, there are three types of cryptography: symmetric, asymmetric, and hash function. First, move on to symmetric cryptography. So what is symmetric cryptography? It is known as the secret key cryptography. It uses a single shared key for both encryption and decryption. Both the sender and receiver use the same secret key to encrypt and decrypt the data. One of the main advantages of symmetric cryptography is its efficiency and its speed. However, key management becomes challenging when multiple parties must communicate securely. So move on to the asymmetric encryption. So it is also known as public key cryptography. It is a technique that uses a pair of mathematical related keys. One is public key, the second one is private key. Whenever the sender wants to send some data to the receiver, it will first encrypt the plain text using the recipient's public key. And the recipient decrypts the ciphertext using its own private key. This approach allows for secure communication without needing a shared secret key. The third type is hash function. A hash function accepts a variable size message as input and produces a fixed size output referred to as hash code. A hash code does not use a key, but it is a function of the input message. So these are three types of encryption techniques. Thank you so much.